one there. Sorry about that, Jambalaya. Hey, board gamers, BJ from Game Gumbo here, back with another episode of Gumbo Live. It's episode number 97 from season 6 Gumbo Live, the #1 Facebook Live talk show on Tuesday nights at 8:30, talking about board games. Our special guest tonight, Jeremy Howard, Jambalaya Plays Games. He is here. He's bringing the games. He not only does Jambalaya Plays Games all over Facebook, but he's also on Man vs. Meeple. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Board Game Gumbo is a proud member of Punchboard Media. Check out some of our other fine members like Open Seat Gaming, Marty, Scott, Sarah. They've got a great blog that focuses on ensuring that everyone, Jeremy, that wants to join the board gaming hobby, no matter their background, has a seat at the table. Punchboard Media, where we all bring something to the table. Hit us up on social media tonight, on Twitter or on Facebook at Board Game Gumbo, and we'll be looking for your questions in the chat crew tonight. But enough blather. Let's get right to my special guest here. Jeremy Jambalaya Plays Games. Welcome to the show, man. Oh, hold on. We got your sound off.
Okay.
Welcome to the
show.
Jambalaya,
Thanks for having
always
me,
see you, man. I have not seen you since Gen Con, and you're like the busiest, hardest working man in showbiz.
No way.
You are the hardest working man. I would guess that today, I'm just taking a wild guess. Today, you probably got like 70 pounds of games that you need to review.
So, honestly, actually, today was a day where I had 70 pounds of games that are going to be for charity, not for me. So, nothing for me today. So that's
nothing
good.
For you today.
Nothing for me today. That's
so,
exactly
Jambalaya, people haven't seen you in months, and just in case, there may be one person in the world who hasn't seen one of your awesome videos or one of your appearances. Give everybody the quick elevator pitch. Who is Jeremy Howard and what is Jambalaya Plays Games? Oh, and Man vs. Meeple.
Yeah. Well, I am a content creator. I do a lot of stuff. I do promotions and marketing and things like that. But I do review and preview games. I do a lot of social media stuff. And that's basically the kind of roundabout things of what I do. I have my own channel, but I'm actually merged with Man vs. Meeple. So I'm actually considered Man vs. Meeple. I just activate online as Jambalaya Plays Games. So if there's a little brand confusion there, I am Man vs. Meeple, but I do social media as Jambalaya Plays Games. Now, some of you have maybe seen me for the first time on Dice Tower when I was there, because of course now you have thousands and thousands of people watching you at once. But I'm really happy you guys are here, and let's talk and let's give away some games, man.
Hey, Marshall Wells from the Sinlaw Game Group said, enjoyed seeing your top 10 with the Dice Tower, Jeremy. Jeremy,
that was great. That was great.
You had a lot of posts about a certain video, a top 10 games you hate. And I know you hate the word hate. So how did they talk you into doing that?
Okay. So I actually chose that list. So they asked me, pick 2 lists, come down here, pick 2 lists, you'll do that one. So I said, all right, I'll do something that's a layup so people know what I like really know what I like. And then I also wanted to make sure to this is the type of person he is, because I want him to know, hey, I'm a solo guy, hey, I like these types of games. But then I also wanted to pick something for people who do know me, and they would say he's always positive, he always loves positive. I'm like, there's games that I don't like at all. There's games I don't like at all. So I thought to myself, not games that I don't like, but the very best games that I don't like. And as you can see, I don't say hate. I don't hate board games. They're cardboard. It's cardboards and cubes and dice. I don't hate a physical piece of cardboard. I throw this piece of cardboard and not even think about it. I don't think games are on the holy grail to me. But yeah, I just don't use that word hate. So I decided to take games that I was disappointed in. And they were the most popular games, because I was just as excited as you were, and I'm not an anti-hype guy. I'm just one of those guys who has access to certain games sometimes, and they let me down before you get them. So
well, you're getting some good feedback. Jason Donahue, welcome to the show. Jason, he says in the chat crew, you were awesome in those top 10s. Thomas says, hey, his top 10, in all fairness, it was games that were popular that they couldn't stand. So you're going to get some heat. If you throw up Wingspan, you're going to get some heat, Jeremy.
Oh, my God.
I liked what you said. And look, tell the chat crew, tell them what you said in the comments about Wingspan. Some of this is you're doing some show, but also you had some good points about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just and that's the best part about it is there always has to be a counter argument to why games, why you don't like games. And one thing I won't do is bash a game just for being a game and like being exciting. So like I actually don't like birds at all. Like I don't like birds at all. But that is an example of it doesn't matter to me what theme it is. Like it just doesn't matter to me. Like, is this a good game or not? And I love the aesthetics of the game. Like I love the way it feels. It's such a high quality product. But that little crate where you're scoring, like the little scoring thing between rounds, don't like it at all. I didn't like the way the engine builds in that game. There's so many other games that I like the way that does. And overall, like I love the big stack of cards. I love the way they interact, but I just didn't. I think it fizzled for me completely. Every time I played, I didn't feel this empowerment going on that I should be feeling at some point in the mid game. It just stalled out for me. And one of the games that I do love is Everdale. And some people give the same kind of bright to Everdale. Like there's
It's
too
true.
much. Yeah, like
That's a good
the
point.
engine doesn't get going, and then when people do, you got to wait forever, that kind of stuff like that. But for some reason, that game, I love that game. It is like beloved grail to me, and that's the counter argument. And then there's some people who don't like both, So that's where I tell people like I don't hold any game on a holy grail. If it has flaws, it has flaws. My favorite game of all time, Mage Knight, has its flaws. So I'm just not afraid to stick my neck out, but I definitely won't just bash a game just to bash it.
Yeah, and that's a good point. You made it, and there's a lot of people checking in. Mick and Starla checking in from Nebraska saying, hey, Starla hates some games. I mean,
Yeah.
when we say hate is strong, but there's some games that we're just going to like, some games that we're not going to like. You know why I like Wingspan? One of the reasons I like it, and I like a lot about it, but it's my wife likes it. Yeah. Jeremy, if you find a game that you do those shows with your son, if you find a game that your son really likes, it's gonna bring the score up a little bit for you, right? Because your enjoyment level is based also on the person you're playing with, right?
Yeah, like I definitely feel like that helps to the experience. But I often, just because of the way the access that I have and stuff, sometimes, and Z couldn't figure it out either. But I'm like, we have to do this because of like the stuff we do is like we have to play games that we don't enjoy with other people simply because we know how to teach it and we're like comfortable with all the rules. So it's like that's different, and you got to do that sometimes in like big events. But then also you have stuff like with your kids and your family are loving it, they're feeling good, like I got tired of playing Mice and Mystics, but then I kept it and then I played it with my son and we just had a great time. It was like story time. He would call it Mice Warriors and he'd get all excited about it, and it put new life into the game. And it put new life into the game, and then I bought the expansion, and then I realized how great that game is. I mean, it is like the perfect storybook game. Like the expansion to that game, you could just read the stories, and it's like that. I mean, that could be the game right there. You could just read the whole storybook, which it basically is a storybook.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like that game. I'm hoping that as my little ones get bigger, that's going to be something they're going to want to do. Hey, Nick's checking in. He says, I'm enjoying your solo Sundays. Jeremy, some people may not be familiar, but on Facebook, you've got a very popular show. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so every Sunday, unless schedule pending, like this Sunday, I probably won't have any unless I just pop up. But Sundays, I have this thing called Solo Sunday. It's on the Man vs. Meeple Facebook page at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, CDT, whatever. And I just play a game. I usually schedule it on Wednesday or Thursday to let you know it's coming. I'm trying not to do that as much because I'm like putting out all these like, hey, be here, be there. But I love for people to be here. And then what I do is I edit them later on, and then I put them on the Man vs. Meeple page. But you're gonna have to wait for a little while right now because I got all this stuff I'm doing here for organizing. I don't have a lot of time for editing. But yeah, you're gonna see some stuff like that. And this month, you are going to see some very, very good games.
Some exciting games.
You're gonna see some very good games.
But you do take requests for your solo Sundays, right? If any of these players are solo Sunday fans and they want to see, will you take a request for it?
Yeah. But I generally pick games I know people like. I kind of have a pulse about that kind of stuff, so I really try to pick things that I know people aren't talking about as much. Kind of building a little awareness. I mean, dude, I used to do marketing and promotion. I know exactly what to find. You got to find the pulse. So it's just you just pick the right games. You pick it. You kind of sync it up with a time release because that's part of the reason why people try to send you stuff because it's about to come out, whether you like it or not. So I always tell people, whether you like it or not, it may come early. So yeah, you do that and you play the games, and hopefully they're good. Sometimes I don't play them until I start them right there. So it doesn't.
That brings up a good point. BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Jeremy Howard from Jambalaya Plays Games. I'm trying to read the screen and do this at the same time. And I'm looking at a game that kind of fell flat for me, but I'm wondering if it's something that you liked, and that is El Dorado. A game from The Good Doctor, a deck building game, and I think you like it a little bit more than me.
Yes, it is one of my favorite games. Quest for El Dorado is a very easy modular board deck building game, and basically you're just running for the finish line. All right, so you're playing these cards. They're going to have different movement that matches symbols on the tiles as you move. 1 paddle, 2 paddle, 3 paddle. These kind of things like that. What you can do is upgrade your 4-card, I think it's like 8-card deck, and you're morphing them into different types of cards, and you're trying to get this currency. Well, and then you're basically running and touching the end, and that's the quest for El Dorado. Then the second one is more so like you get these curses in there, so they're adding adventure to it and kind of messing up your deck. But this one, and I didn't like that expansion at all. The second one,
the first expansion felt kind of flat
or something like that. This one though, this is actually a standalone. This one right here is the what is it called? The Golden Temples. This one changes it up quite a bit. So like I said, it's a standalone.
I'm gonna bring it up so by the way, can see that box.
Comfortable price, man. About what I think it's like 20, 25 bucks. But you can staple all these together, by the way. And what you do in this one is it goes to 3 different spots. So now it's like you have these 3 different areas, and you're going to them. And it's got these. Sorry, I should have pulled these out. You now have these gems that you got to go get. Now you got to go pick up gems, and all 3 of them at all 3 different areas. And now they have these other little golden coins that you pick up, and they do things to other people. So if you in your turn buy them, they change things up for you. So yeah, there's another little currency in the game. Sorry, I'm so bright back here. But yeah, there's another little thing to it. Those coins are currency. Then you have these tiles. If you end up next to them, they affect your opponents too. Sorry, once again.
Adolph wants to know if it's out yet. Is it out?
No, it's not out yet. So I'm sorry. Sorry. So yeah.
Well, you're showing us right before it comes out, right?
Sorry.
Nick said he's got the original El Dorado and the first expansion one that he and Starla from Our Family Plays Games, they really like it too. But you and I agree the first expansion kind of meh.
Yeah, the curse one I definitely can live without. I can tell you right now, I can live without.
But you're excited by this new standalone.
I'm very excited about this new standalone. I think honestly, man, this was a great way to close out. I think I'm going to try it with all the expansions, but I feel like if you put this one and the first one together, you got a pretty awesome game. And I should have shown you this. The first one they said, hey, you can put them together or whatever, but they do have a map that shows you how to put them all together. So
okay, nice.
Yeah. So
all right, I got my guest here, Jambalaya.
Back up off me. I love this game.
Oh yeah, and that is from Ravensburger and The Good Doctor. That is the new expansion for El Dorado. And what's the name of that again? The
Golden Temples.
The Golden Temples. BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Jeremy Howard. Jambalaya Plays Games. Hey, Jeremy, I've heard you got some games to give away tonight.
Oh, snap. Yes, I do.
You know who the producer is, Steve, the name father, and he came out with a cool idea. The big package we're going to give away is a big set from Lucky Duck Games, right?
Yes, it is the Chronicles of Crime. It is a set of Chronicles of Crime and then both the expansions. So they're giving away the whole bloody lot. If you didn't know, I'm doing this big giveaway going around the internet, giving away board games to people, just like any other giveaway. But then I'm also giving away to people in need. I set up an email so that everybody can go around and share their story with me, and maybe I can get them something special on the side. I mean, I have a plethora of games. I mean, we're talking like this is copious amounts. Whatever word means a lot more stuff than more stuff. I do. I have a lot at my leisure, and I'm trying to get this stuff out of here before the warehouses close across the nation. So definitely trying to find a lot of people to get this stuff out to. We want to help a lot of folks who are really in need, don't have much, and lost their jobs, or are just going through a tough time. I mean, these board games are not going to save anything, but it's great to get something after Christmas, right? So
Right.
we try to, and it probably won't get better for a little while. So why not have a cool board game or two to play?
The name father came up with a cool idea. So Chronicles of Crime, they're coming out with this new expansion, start of a standalone thing, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Going back in time. But awesome. Let's make the chat crew work. Hey, there's Jeremy checking in. Jeremy, we're going to make you work tonight. Game Geek Ninja. Anybody out there that wants to win some games tonight, all you got to do is come up with a cool IP that impresses Jambalaya.
Yeah.
That would make a perfect expansion from Chronicles of Crime. So
has to be good.
Our buddy Namefather came up with one. He said Scooby-Doo, man. Those meddling kids, and then you're going back with Chronicles of Crime with the whole theme with Velma and everything.
All right. So I'm going to say that's an immediate miss. All right. So immediate miss simply because we have something near the Stranger Things thing. And if you played it,
you
know what I'm talking about. Okay. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We're going to move on from there. Cancel out of the giveaway there.
Sorry. All right, so no Scooby-Doo, but
I'm hard.
Okay, so we got a couple of shots here. Kevin says Batman.
Okay.
Batman. Potential. Okay, he likes
it. Potential.
He likes.
You got to give me something more. Okay, so I'm feeling that. Okay.
We're checking out. Hey, there's Stephanie, and I'm assuming Maynard's there. Stephanie Maynard, Stratton. Board games are her happy place. Stephanie, what IP would you like for Chronicles of Crime? Let us know. This one I don't know. Adolph says Tomorrow People.
Okay, talk me through this. What's going on? Tomorrow People.
That one is. He'll have to give us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Murder, She Wrote for Chronicles of Crime.
Oh my God. Dark horse winner here. Ooh. Dark horse winner.
Oh man. Can you imagine the Golden Girls in Funkoverse versus Murder, She Wrote, and that sheriff? that was always like, I don't know what she's talking about. She's always behind.
Luke, we have a problem with the LA Confidential simply because Detective has that down. Yeah.
Although LA Confidential, I think, is older.
Ooh, Buffy.
Oh, he's throwing out some people. There's my man Reginald. Hold on. There's my pick. I know you're not going to pick it, but NCIS, New Orleans.
Oh God. You know what? You are so old. You love NCIS.
I don't like NCIS. I like NCIS New Orleans.
All right.
It's the best one.
Let's see. How many? I wanted to make sure we got to 10, at least 10, 15. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, you got a bunch in there.
7,
What's
8.
that?
That's what I want.
Giving away.
9, 10, 11, 12.
I'll pull it up on my phone just to remind us.
14. Ooh,
you like any of these? You like?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. God, I like
Blade Runner for Chronicles of Crime.
Ooh, I think Columbo with the back end. Oh,
Zachary Dale's just snuck it in there. Columbo
with the back end.
Pretty good pick.
Oh,
pretty good pick.
The last two are devastating.
Just one more question.
All right. Okay.
What you got?
All right.
You want to give away bites?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it away to Blade Runner. I love that movie.
Blade Runner is the big one.
And I feel like you could have the thing about that one is I believe you could have multiple expansions, like multiple episodes out of that, just like the different, like the different synths that they have in there. So it's like you could have different types of stuff. You can even chain it together. That's just in that universe. I like that. That's kind of hot. I like that.
Oh, I like that. That is good.
Yeah.
And let's see who had did you see who it was that had it?
Mr. Adam Mills. Hopefully you're in the US, Adam Mills.
Yeah, because we're doing this Konos, right? We're doing
Konos. I just can't afford it. I already got enough money going out.
Sure. All right. So Adam, all you got to do is get in touch with Jambalaya on Facebook, right? Or Twitter.
Yeah, just PM me.
All
please.
Right. Hit him a private message and he will take care of it. And that is our first game that we're giving away bites.
We got some other games though.
All right, we got a couple more games to talk about. But there's a game that you wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can pull up that picture real quick. Let's see what we got here. I liked we had Helena Capel on the show, and then I also
Yeah.
had the designers on the show. Let me see if I still have that. Is that this one right here?
The mining, like the.
Is that it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
BJ from More Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Jambalaya Plays Games, Jeremy Howard. We're talking spicy hot games that he's been playing lately. And the next one we want to talk about is In the Hall of the Mountain King. Tell us all about it there, Jeremy.
So Hall of the Mountain King has this trolls kind of theme. You're digging to the center of the earth or something like that. I have no idea. Whatever. You're sometimes I you know what? This game does have a theme to it, and it probably makes sense. I don't get into that. I'm really not a theme person, honestly. I'm just not. So this one in this game, you basically have this cool mechanism. It's like cascading resources. So what you have is this big map, and the big map has a whole bunch of different resources and these kind of like statues that you can build along the way. But as you go towards the middle of the board, it goes from like stone to like darker stone and darker as it goes in. And that's what you're trying to do is build tunnels. Hey, Kitty, how you going? Okay.
Hey, we got a guest.
Cats on board. Cats on board. You're trying to build deeper and deeper into this thing. So if you're looking at the picture right there, what you're trying to do is build these tunnels, okay? And the tunnels go to different things where you can set up these statues, and that's what you see the guy standing on top of. And what you're doing is this cool little thing where the trolls are in a kind of like a, what is it called? Oh, geez, I'm doing a really bad job explaining this. In a pyramid kind of shape. They're different cards. And you're taking resources off of them and they cascade down to get them in your tableau area. And then you use those resources to build things. And those tunnels is how you build them, by turning in the resources. And the closer you get to building to the middle, the more points you score as you go along. It's a really, really cool game. And I'm doing such a terrible job explaining it. It's got this other thing where you can build magic spells to kind of help you do different things, to kind of break rules in the game. But overall, I think this is one of the most impressive games so far this year. This is really, really nice.
And I know it's Jay Cormier. Was Sin on the game also, or was there a different designer with Jay?
Cormier and I don't know this guy, Grame John.
Okay.
Jones.
I know there was two. I know there was another designer with him. And just to remind you, Harlan Lopez was actually the one who said Blade Runner.
Okay.
So he is going to get in touch with you on Facebook, and hopefully Harlan is from the continental United States, because he's got himself a win on that. And that's in the Hall of the Mountain King. I had Elena Capel on there. She was super pumped up and excited about this game. And I'll tell you, almost everybody I've talked to that's played it, not everybody, but almost everybody I've talked to it has really been impressed. Number one, with the production, because the Bird Island games.
Bird Island doesn't play.
I mean, they knock it out the park.
They don't play. They don't play. And I'll tell you this. I'm saying this terribly, partly because I'm really super tired. But it's so easy to play. And it's so easy to play, but you're playing this right away, and you're just like, wow, there's a lot going on here. It is a very unique game. There's nothing like it. That cascading thing, there's nothing like it at all. So it is very unique. But it's still very easy because you know how cascading things work and resources, because you're paying the other people that are down in your tableau. You have that tableau picture, maybe?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah,
you did send it to me.
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to. If you have the tableau picture, it would kind of explain a little bit better, because I'm trying to explain this pyramid thing, and I'm thinking to myself like, in case you know what
it didn't get posted. Sorry about
that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, this is a really, really cool game. I think it just came out. Just know that even if you get the base version, the retail version, Burn Island does such a good job of producing high quality games that is the least of your worries. I mean, everything you get in there is real chunky and stuff like that. Yeah,
and that is in the Hall of the Mountain King, and that's from Burnt Island Games. Hey, Jeremy, let's give away another game, man. I know you got Wits and Wagers out there. Is that right? Is it this version here that you're giving? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we got Wits and Wagers. Where did I put it?
Wits and Wagers.
Where did I put it? Yeah, hold on. Let me grab it right here.
Which is the version that Dom sent you?
I don't remember. Here, let's see. I got a couple of them, so there we go. There we go.
All right, so here's the contest. We're gonna give out Wits and Wagers Party Edition. to someone in the continental United States, and it's very simple. All they got to do is I'm going to read out a question from Wits and Wagers. They're going to give you their answers, and you're going to pick the one that you think is the closest, right? And we'll see if they match up. And if they do, they win the game.
All right.
All right, good. All right, Chat Krewe, here's your guess. How many women did Jerry Seinfeld date in the TV series Seinfeld? Let's hear those guesses. So, Wits and Wagers. You've played Wits and Wagers, the party edition?
It's been a long time, brother.
So I was lucky enough. Bruce was still with North Star back then, and he was demoing Wits and Wagers with the Big Matt, the Vegas edition. And if you haven't played a game with Bruce,
I know.
Oh my God. Hey, Chat Krewe, if you're ever at a convention and you get offered a chance to do a demo with Bruce, either one of his special events or if he's working for a company, make sure you take it. Oh, hey, we're getting a lot of guesses here.
His hair is epic.
Luke, come on, 100? 100?
Whoa.
Adolph says he knows it. Now, remember, you got to pick the right person and they got to be right. So, well, we got a lot of guesses here. Got a lot of guesses here. I saw Mick mention Chenier. Was Chenier LaSalle here on the show? Mick, was he watching? Chenier is the designer of New York 1901, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. And sometimes he's on Japanese time, but sometimes he'll check in when he's
okay.
We're getting a lot. Jeff says alligators. What is that supposed to be? Giant. Come on, Jeff. How many women did Jerry Seinfeld date in the TV series Seinfeld? If you know the answer, convince Jeremy that you know the answer, and you might be the lucky winner.
I think I got one. I think I got it. Gosh, how long was Seinfeld on? How long was Seinfeld on? About
Nick. By the way, if you haven't been to their channel, they do 90-second nerd. They do all the little videos, but they do them all in 90 seconds. And they've had a couple of good ones lately. If you get a chance to watch that.
Let's see. How long was Seinfeld
on? How many years? How many years? Anybody know that? Where's our New Yorkers?
They had 180 episodes, 9 seasons. Okay. So 180 episodes. I'm going to say somewhere in the 20s. How about 20? Oh, wow.
And Nick's got 27. You good with that one?
27. Yeah.
I am sorry. It is not 27, and it's a lot higher than 27. You got anybody else?
These guys, I tell you, they really try. You said it's a lot higher?
Adolph Pernal's the winner. It is 73, and he was the closest with 69. 73 women. 73. Some of the reasons he broke it off, one of them, she had man hands. You might remember that episode. One of them, she ate peas one at a time, and he didn't like that. And one of them, his parents liked her, and he broke off the engagement. So, hey, congratulations. Adolph was the closest that I could see on there with 69, and he is the winner. So, Adolph, if you're in the continental United States, you've got the Wits and Wagers Party Edition.
All right, cool.
Courtesy of our friends from North Star Games. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Courtesy of Dom. Dom is one of the nicest men there is. He sent me a bunch of stuff to give to people. I'm going to be donating some of this stuff to a local charity to join our Truth House for kids who are displaced and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. They're going to have some really fun party games to break it up.
BJ from Game Gumbo, I've got my guest here. Jambalaya plays games, and we're talking some of the spiciest games. Let's see if I can get this one off and bring this one up here. It's a game I haven't played in a while, and apparently you've played the expansion that I haven't seen, the Big Book of Madness.
So this one has, this is a Big Book of Madness is basically a cooperative game that's a punishing cooperative game. In this game, you're basically kids. You're kids at a magic school like a la Harry Potter, and you open this book that you shouldn't have opened, and out of it comes these monstrosities, and they have different curses that they put on you. And the curses represent like 4 orbs. 4 orbs are going to be different color orbs. And you are in control of certain spells. So it's like the basic excuse me, the basic elements. And what you're doing is you're playing cards and letting off your small little spells. And the small little spells help you work together. Some of them help you burn through your deck. Some of them help you buy other cards. Some of them help you take turns on off turns or give another person a turn. Or you can play cards that kind of like put support cards up so your partner can grab them and use them on your turn. So it's a very much a work together type of game, but it also is a very punishing game. So you definitely need to use these things. And so what this game does the expansion does, and this is like 5 years later, by the way. Uh, this adds a curse book, and it also adds this kind of like phobia stuff. So in the base game, you can go mad every time you go through your cards, and you have to reshuffle and go back to them. Oh, I see they got the that's the cascade thing from the Hall of Mountain King, by the way.
Oh, that's the one you wanted. Oh, dang it. The wrong one. Sorry about that.
That's the cascading thing from that's exactly. I was like, I'm having a hard time explaining something that's right there. But in Big Book of Madness, when you do the expansion, it's got oh, I'm sorry. In the base game, they have madness, so it goes into your deck, and if you have a deck full of madness, then you go mad and you lose the game. In this game, they have phobias, so they add these things to it, and phobias go in your support areas. So now you can use less cards in your support area, which you need those spots bad. And if you fill those up, you lose. They also have this cool little book, the spell book that you open, and it's a support thing, and you use some of your cards to let off these little spells that are like positive, and they increase in cost. But they use this thing called the black element, and the black element is a new thing. It's called the fifth element. That's why the expansion is called the fifth element. And the
Great
black,
movie.
yeah, fantastic movie. Not one of my favorites. But boy, recently I seem like I'm just a big old hater. Like I just
Wow, we're getting the real jambalaya here.
all right. Anyway, so yeah, they added some new monsters. They added that, and then they have this new black element. It's called Dark Matter, and it does different things that you can trade in cards for. But it does use these spells in the book that are kind of overpowered spells, and it substitutes for colors you don't have. So all this really does is add complexity to the game, and it doesn't make it always more difficult, but it definitely adds a lot of choices to the gameplay. And you can do module based, so you can just throw whatever you want in or out. I tried to play it all at once on solo Sundays. I got destroyed.
Ooh.
The last monster, I didn't even get to take one turn, but it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time.
What I'm looking for is something that's going to kind of energize me again about a game I love that's not going to throw on so much that all of a sudden it doesn't feel like the same game.
That's the best part about this expansion. It one, I think for people who liked it, it's more of it, right? But then like that fifth element, that part right there, that's kind of a wild. You can put like two of them together and stuff like that to kind of make any color. There's a lot of little things you can do with that black element because it adds this a power, and that little spell book, it gets more powerful as you go through the spells. So it kind of gives you something extra. And then they have new students as well. So they have a lot in this little old box. And it just makes it more fun, honestly. Than you, like I said, you can put as much as you want. I can tell you right now, those phobias, they get mixed in the 20 cards with the madness. So it's like really intense when you get extra stuff added to your area, because now you got to not only worry about your hand getting full of these madness cards, you also have to worry about your support area being taken up. And that support stuff, because people can use it on off turns, it's really rough when you can't get to those areas. So
a
yeah.
good challenge even for a solo game if you're doing it, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is a brutal co-op already. It's definitely winnable. It's just hard.
Jamala, you need to screenshot this. Adolph says, "Do you like anything?" So that you can post that to all the haters out there. Look, this is it.
Yeah.
Jamala is bringing the heat.
I know.
He usually brings the happy, and tonight he's bringing the cayenne.
I know. No, but I love this. I love this expansion. What? I just talked about two games I love. What are you talking about?
All right, hey, Jamala, that is Big Book of Madness. I don't remember the publisher. Is that Yellow?
This is Yellow.
Yellow. Okay, Big Book of Madness from Yellow. And that's Jambalaya's take on it. I haven't played the expansion yet. It looks pretty interesting. BJ from More Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here. Jambalaya Plays Games or Jeremy Howard from Jambalaya Plays Games and Man vs. Meeple. Hey, man, let's give away another game.
I guess so. What do you got?
So we got a game that I like. I like the design a lot. Tavers of Tiefenthal is going to be the next game we give away. But I'm going to throw a twist in it. Your show on Sundays is all about solo games, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm curious out there, chat crew. It's coronavirus land. We're all playing games. I'm not much of a solo game player, and I've been playing, as you know, because you watch my feed, you watch my posts. I've been playing solo games a lot. So what's out there? Convince Jeremy a game either that he's, guess one that he likes or guess one that he's intrigued about playing. Give us your recommendations. What should Jeremy be playing on his solo Sundays? And if he likes your choice, you win the Tavers of Tiefenthal from our friends at North Star Games and Wolfgang Warsch.
Inspire me.
So
I will
what do
give you one hint.
Oh,
it cannot be a big box campaign game because I generally do not play those live at all.
So no Gloomhaven. We're not, and
no
not Mage Knight, because that is playing to the crowd. No Mage Knight.
Not right now.
All right, give us those things. So tell me. I'm curious. What, besides the fact that sometimes you have deadlines to meet for Sundays, I know that. But what else are you looking for in a solo game? If you're going to play a solo game, what are you looking for? What excites you?
Well, the fun thing about solo games is that one, I want to like I can play them with other people. Like I would want to play them with other people, even though I don't all the time. It's just that I feel like I should want to play with other people if it has that in it. Like if I like Terraforming Mars, like the fact that you could play it multiplayer and it's fun, and then you also have it as a solo component, and that's fun. Like that's the reason why people love that game because it has both, and that's how I feel. Like I would love that to have that ability. I really like challenges. I just like really good puzzle. I like silliness, but I also like very heavy games because they make me concentrate for a long period of time. I don't mind.
Our buddy Dennis says, "How about Twist? Twist as a solo, solo game." Dennis, okay, you made me laugh with that one.
Oh my god! But yeah, I like a little bit of everything. Oh my gosh!
Empires of the North.
Ooh. Yeah, Empires of the North is currently like my favorite solo game right now.
Call to Adventure. I haven't played that solo. Can you solo that?
Yeah, I played. Yeah, you can. I didn't care for that one that much, but I do like the concept. Marquee is
okay. That's all we have for tonight. Jeremy's off the show. You didn't like Call to Adventure. Call to Adventure is amazing. Oh,
no, it's got some good moments in it, but it is kind of a little bit of. Sprawlopolis is absolutely amazing. Jeremy, would you quit with your bag of spiders, please?
Oh, bag of spiders in there. Oh, I got to get that in there. Oh, I didn't see it. Hey, Game Geek Ninja with bag of spiders. I still stand by my statement, Jeremy. Not this Jeremy, you jambalaya. Bag of Spiders is the #1 game I've ever played at BGG Con that has fake plastic spiders in it. That's an honest review.
God, I'm serious. I can't even believe you brought him on to promo that. You're a disgrace for doing that. That was hilarious.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, that was the most.
Have you played a better game at BGG Con with fake spiders in it? Come on, it's the #1. All right, we have some other ones here. I know Sprawlopolis, so you're a big fan of that one.
Yeah, Sprawlopolis, I'm a very, very big fan. Very big fan. But I'm also a big fan of Button Shy games as a whole. I just played Orchard on Sunday. I played Orchard, and I also played what is that? Stop Thief on Sunday.
I watched that one. I watched you do Stop Thief.
I just played Atlantis Rising last month. You can find it on the YouTube page. How do you not like Atlantis Rising?
No, Twilight Imperium 4.
Goodness, no.
he's joking. Twilight Imperium. Here's an interesting one. I have tried Carrion, and I want to play.
You know what? I'm going to give this to Kristina Steward, partly because.
Oh, where is she?
I did Dine in the Purple. Some of these people must watch me because they see.
They're playing to the crowd. That's a good choice, though. Dine in the Purple.
Because I did Dine in the Purple 2 months ago.
That is a fantastic game. That's the one you should pick.
I told you about that game. You remember I told you about that game.
You did, and you should. That's the one. That would be my pick. I think out of all these.
I don't know exactly. I'm just going to tell you right now. Nobody wants to watch me play Mage Knight. I stand up, run around, and yeah, I'm already a little crazy. This one right here, we're going to go with Hostage Negotiator because I'm going to be playing a game that is similar to Hostage Negotiator.
Uh-oh. He's throwing us a curveball here on Gumbo Live.
One of the games I'm playing this month. I told you I'm coming in hot this month.
What we got?
This one is called Final Girl. All right. This is the follow-up.
Is that the movie? The Japanese movie that was the big thing?
So I'm just gonna say this. Okay. It is Hostage Negotiator-ish, but you are running from like a killer, A Poltergeist, there's a different themes to them, but it plays sort of similar to Hostage Negotiator. But the cooler part about this is that it has a map that you run around on and stuff to different locations.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, dude, we're not playing.
Wow.
This is
That
next.
artwork.
I'm going to be playing the heck out of this month. So,
all right. So you picked Kristina Steward's choice.
That is
Negotiator.
That is absolutely amazing. Hostage Negotiator. So you got close enough. You hit the ding ding ding. So I'm gonna
ding ding ding. Hey,
this is a really good game too. This is a
Kristina,
really
make sure you get in touch. So we got Kristina, and then we had Ryan Mock won the second game, and then we had
Adolph for the second one.
No. It was Adolph lost. Remember, he had the wrong number. You picked Adolph. He didn't have the right number. It was Ryan Mock. He was the closest with 64.
Ryan.
Yeah, Adolph, I think, did win, but he already had the game. So he said, hey, I'll let somebody else win. So Ryan Mock is going to get in touch with you.
All right.
Ryan Mock. I think that's what his name was, Ryan Mock.
Okay.
Way back up there.
Then Kristina.
And then you have Kristina, who should be getting in touch with you about her game.
I think Kristina won something else for me too.
Oh, yeah?
Right. Yeah. I don't care, man. You win. I'm going to just stuff it in the box. I haven't shipped the stuff out yet, so it's going to take a couple weeks for me to do all this stuff. Man, I tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, I know what publishers go through now when they have to do Kickstarters. It ain't easy, okay?
It's a lot of work.
And I'm waiting for everybody to complain because I got to find a way to get this stuff all to you and, in a decent time.
I got one more game I want to hear from you. BJ from More Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here on Gumbo Live, episode number 97 with Jambalaya Plays Games. Jeremy's been talking about this game, Tajuto, and I honestly, I've seen a little bit about it, but I don't know a lot about it, so I'm hoping you could tell me more about it. Yeah. And all I have is this one picture, so hopefully you have the game with you. Yeah, there you
are. Yeah. So Tajuto, I should have pulled this up before we started, but in this game, you are basically trying to build these, what are those, pagodas or whatnot? You're trying to build these pagodas right here, and you're using your spirit.
I like the pieces.
You're using your spirit. Yeah, they kind of stack up on top of each other. You're drawing from this bag, and you're adding to these. And what you're also trying to do is take these cubes. They're kind of like you're betting your points to kind of take actions, which is really interesting. Yeah, I know. And then you're doing that, and you're getting more points by taking the cubes. And at certain points, investing in scoring to where the temple's at now. So let's say the temple's at level 2. If you put a cube in there, you only get 1 for each color. If you do that, then you get 4 points. So it's like 2 times 2. And then you also get 1 point if you draw the next level for that. So it's a really tricky thing because you actually are drawing these from the back. So let's say I draw this from the back. All right, and you get to feel it around in there. It's like, okay. You get to feel around. So it's like, all right, so I get this one. So let's say on a later turn, I just go, all right, I already kind of know this is a base, so I'm going to get 1 point for that. And now let's just say I'm really looking for the next step. Let's see. But realize there's other colors. So, all right, so I missed out. So when I drew that, I missed out. But I can also get rid of my points and use my spirit points to go back and then grab another one out like that. There's also some other little tiles that you can buy that help you kind of trigger some things. So there's different kind of different actions that you can buy. If you spend 10 points, you can get 2 actions for 1 tile, that kind of thing like that. They also have different ways that you can score points towards the end of the game. It's a very easy game. It's Knizia, it's very, very easy. You're trying to find scoring multipliers. You're, making simple actions. Sometimes turns are exactly the same way, but you build up an engine. That's Dr. Knizia's, that's what he does. So you have to decide if this game with the simple rules is for you. That's all I always tell people. That's what you have to decide.
That's one of the things I like about the Doctor's games. They're they're usually the rules you can teach them in a minute or 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, but there's always that depth level of trying to play. What you got there?
Yeah, I'm just looking at these tiles here. Each one of them, when you get to the top, you get a certain amount of points as well. So if you invest in a certain tower, you get points. They got a couple different things, but yeah, they got like I said, different rewards for finishing off with certain requirements, and you can grab those during the game. So yeah, it's got to play between these two resources, but one is really the point, and one of them is like spiritual points, and you kind of play with that the whole game. Very, very easy game. I remember talking to Tom. Tom didn't like it at all from Dice Tower.
He's down. He's down on the doctor. I don't know why.
But I mean, I understand. He doesn't make all great games, so I feel like he's half and half too. It's just that the half that he does do well, they're very good. So, um, that's how it is. It's not like I'm going around tracking him because honestly, he just makes so many games, So
And that's Tajuto by the Good Doctor. And who is publishing that? I can't
that's
see it.
Super Meeple. Now they have like
Super Meeple.
uncommon games. They make some awesome. They bring awesome games to market. Last year they like had a like home run year, and like this year, and they're just like low key games. Did I ever talk to you about this game right here?
Oh no, what you got?
I got a little area for them over here. Have I ever talked about this Tales of Glory game?
That actually looks familiar. Have you talked about that
This
on the
game
forum?
right here is so awesome. Tile laying game, tile draft game. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think we talked about that one.
Did we talk about this one, Shadows of Macao? This came.
No, I don't know anything about that.
This one just came. This one's about to come. This game is awesome. This is like your 20-minute. This is it. This is like your 30-minute game. You definitely want to check this game out. Very, very simple. You're taking tiles that are like.
Show us inside. Let's see what's in the box.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. This is so cool, and you're gonna be like, really? It's so simple. That's why. All right. So you got these different cards, right? And they're laid out in like a tab, like the little area of 4 different stacks. And what you're doing is you're adding a card to your area. This is like almost Knizia simple, right? So you can take a card, put it in your area, and what the card becomes is a resource to use it for, and then also an ability that will be used later on. Okay. So what happens is you have all these cards, and let's say I have like these 4 cards in front of me eventually. Okay. Now I can use those to pay for one of them, like pay for one of them or 2 of them if I could. So I can pay these resources at the bottom to flip it, and then it becomes a permanent part of my area, and it's worth more points. And now it actually contributes an engine to like what I'm going to purchase in the future. So let's say now I have a red resource, and I can pay 1 less when I have something like that's all similar. So now I can start buying these for easier amounts. So it's like a slow buildup. And then once you do that and you get them to flip to this red side, then they become permanent, and it speeds the game up. But they also have these little areas here that you can build to, like you can build shops. So you can build shops and score points by hitting certain requirements. And then they also have this cool like little like lady that you can you can power her up or kill her, and when you kill her, she substitutes for anything. It is such a this is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about board games. You should not have to go to the through 10 rounds to have fun.
Right.
Quick, easy fun. Even on Mars, you should understand, oh, okay, that seems interesting. That seems fun. And now we're going to be here for 3 hours. But
not every game has to be that. Can it bring the fun in 25 minutes or less?
It has to be fun. And if you're playing a 30-minute game, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have flaws and you're making me drag through this, I'm going to rip your game to shreds. Like, it's 30 minutes of my time. I should not have a bad time playing a 30-minute game. And this game is great. It is not good. I think it's great. I think it's one of these games like I can take here. This is what I can do. I can take the whole game, put it in this bag, and take it with me.
Oh wow, super portable.
I mean, that just blows my mind. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, when I have a game that I can do that with, and I'm gonna have fun with it. Like, my game night crew actually played this more than once. That's amazing. We played it 3 times. So that just lets you know, like, it is definitely a really, really fun game. But at work, it's just a nice little intricate game, and it's probably going to be super cheap. I'm sure it's like $20 max. So yeah.
And who's the publisher?
That's Ankama.
Yep. And that is Macao.
Yeah, Shadows of Macao.
Shadows of Macao.
Shadows of Macao.
Oh, that's one to take a look at. BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here. Jambalaya plays games. Jeremy Howard. We've been talking spicy games. We got one more big game to give away.
Do we?
I think so. And this is the one everybody's been waiting on. Chronicles of Crime with all the stuff What you got for us? And that's from Lucky Duck Games.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Crime.
Okay. Whew. All right. What do you
have
got?
it with you?
Yeah, I do. I put the expansion box with me.
Oh, okay. So what is Chronicles of Crime's expansion going to do for? Is it standalone? Do you need the base game? How does that work?
So the package you're getting is the package that the person's getting is all of these. So they're going to get the noir. There's going to be another one that's like the kids from like Stranger Things ish theme, and then you're also going to get the main box. So you're going to get everything Chronicles of Crime from the first run, not the newer one with the 1400 and stuff. That's whole different stuff. We're talking about the first run, everything. So this is going to be really cool. It is my game of 2018. What was it, last year? Yeah, it was a game of 2018. That game was amazing. It is a detective game where you're going around different areas and you're trying to solve crimes. And each crime has its own little mission. It is an app-based game, so you're going to be using the app to scan different things, to gather evidence and check out with your different, kind of specialists and things like that. But they actually have location cards that go down on the side, and actually witnesses that have little scan things on it. You're gonna be putting them down there and asking them questions and interrogating them, showing them evidence and taking pictures of it and stuff like that. And even when you go to certain areas, you actually will take out your phone, and they do have VR goggles if you want, but you don't have to have them at all, honestly. And you'll be able to look around and stuff like that and actually see the crime scene, looking up, looking down, different things like that. It's a very interactive game. You can even use the TV. I've heard people doing that. I have not. I just use my phone. Works perfectly fine.
That's how I did it.
Yeah, and it uses time, so it's like everything you're doing is cost and time. You can double back and ask people questions as you get more stuff, and it's just a really, really deep experience. But I like watching these types of shows all the time, so I do like that kind of stuff. So it kind of appeals to me, and the fact that it has so many cases now in the base game, but also now that are out that are fan made and also by designers who have gone back in there as well. So there's quite a few. I think they're on sale right now too, by the way. And then you have the noir ones, which of course are going to be filmed in a kind of back in the day-ish kind of thing.
Sure.
Same, like I said, it's just to the theme. Whereas the other one with the red, I think it's called Red View with kids, kind of wacky, kind of like alien based. What's going on here? Government cover up type stuff. But yeah, you're going to get the whole bloody lot of that. So you basically get 3 boxes. You're going to have a lot of cases to go through. You're going to be doing a lot of scanning, homie.
All right. You like mysteries, you like police procedurals, you like all those kind of shows, right? Let's throw this one out there. The chat crew is going to try to win this game, and they are going to try to convince you by a TV show or a movie or some kind of property like that, movie or TV show that is going to excite you. It could be one that's your favorite. It could be one that you've always wanted to see. It could be one you never heard of, but they pitch it to you and they convince you that's the perfect show that you need to watch tonight. If you could watch any show, movie, or TV, and it's got to be some kind of police procedural crime show or murder, something like that. So let's hear from the chat crew and see if they can convince Jeremy to pick their choice. And if you guys can convince him as to why your choice is the best one that he should watch as soon as this show is over, you win. And of course, we have the inevitable Tiger King comes out. Okay, Thomas, you're working hard.
What a show, man. What a show.
All right, Patricia's got a good one that I enjoyed a lot. Oh, hey, Monk might be the guy that would survive whatever's going on out here in this world. He might be the one guy standing. Oh, my brother loves The Wire, and I've never seen it.
Oh,
I've never seen The Wire.
The Wire is the best show I've ever seen. It's the best writing I've ever
seen. So Luke might be at the top here. Hey, our friend Joel. Hey, what's up, Joel? Calling from down under. What time is it over there? I guess it's 12 hours difference from now.
You know what? I don't think I don't think the phone thing is a barrier at all. Honestly, It's not a beast on your phone at all. Like it looks nice no matter what. So I was using my old phone back then. It was fine. So
a man after my own heart, the bag of spiders invented said Remington Steel. Yes.
I love it.
All right. That's dating us though.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Criminal Minds would be good. Yeah, Criminal Minds would be good.
Hey, 24 was fantastic. It wasn't always the best every season, though. There was a lot of there was some
I
tough
just
ones.
loved that like that game that show was just like a walking like just S button like every it was so on 12 every time.
It was. I loved on 24 how he could get around LA and he was always like 8 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like, we need to get to the airport. We're 8 minutes away. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've been to LA. It takes more than 8 minutes to get everywhere.
Like everything, they just decided, hey, we're just gonna blow stuff up. Jack is gonna beat somebody up.
Anna Maria, we're trying to convince you. Got to convince Jeremy Howard of. I don't know. I keep throwing your name in there. Jambalaya Plays Games. You're trying to convince him of the best murder, police procedural, crime show out there, TV or movie that he's going to want to watch right whenever this. I mean, as soon as the show ends, you got to convince him to do it. So you're scrolling and you're looking those, right?
Oh my gosh, there's some good ones. Oh man, wow, these are some good ones.
All right, you got a lot to look over there. Oh, Sherlock would be funny.
That would be good.
BBC Sherlock.
I know,
not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Someone up here is like really get me with this Untouchables up here. That's the Equilibrium. That is. Yeah,
Untouchables is a movie that I'm not going to pass up when I'm scrolling on that.
I'm not either. It's on the no turn list.
I think we still got a couple of names coming in.
We got some good ones. Oh, the Commish.
The Commish, that was good.
By the way, shout out to Harlan for that one. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Brooklyn 999. Hey, all of the seasons of Castle, Marshall, all of them were good. Every single season. I loved Castle.
Hard pass on Castle.
Oh, stop. Such a good show.
You know what? Basically, if the show is on CBS, no. Yeah, I'm just not a CBS watcher. Like,
all right. So remind me who won what? So Harlan won the first one, right?
I have like a weird list everywhere. So what are Harlan? Yeah, give me the list later on because I have no idea.
Harlan won Bites.
Harlan Bites.
And then Ryan won the Wits and Wagers. And who won the Taverns? Who would you pick on that one? Tavers of Tiefenthal. We were looking for good solo games, and you picked a solo game. What was that?
I picked Hostage Negotiator.
And that was Kristen, right?
Kristen, yeah.
Yeah. Kristen picked, and so she won Taverns. All right, so we got the list. And Chat Krewe, I'm out there if I got any of these wrong, because unfortunately, and here's the thing I want to tell you, Jeremy, Steve, it's normally the producer, Steve, the name father, is running all this Chat Krewe for me, but he's had a problem with Facebook and he's not able to see the Chat Krewe. So I'm trying to keep track of them. And also, I want to do a shout out to the name father. The name father, I don't know if you saw that. He's offered to donate the postage for you for one of these games.
Oh man, dude, that's great.
Way to go, name father. How about a big, Chat Krewe, how about a big hand for Steve, man? Thank you.
Cheap, man. That's
working on it. All right, so Kristen won Taverns. We just got to pick this last one. Who is going to win the big Lucky Duck Chronicles of Crime package? What you got?
Just say you're too good. You're like tapped into me. I think you're following me on my phone or something.
Who is this? Who are you talking about?
Kristen, she's on her game. Like
she can't win two. Come on.
But I'm going to pick this because this hit me right. This hit me big time. But I got to find out who said it first because I had two people say it. Let's see. I had two people say it, and I was like, oh, no. Actually, you know what? Low key. Nick Shipley, I'm going to go with Mindhunter, which is the best shows on Netflix. And I'll tell you right now, they can't make that show fast enough. I don't know what's going on with that one. It's just like the Ozarks. Like, I feel like those are like some of the best written shows. And I feel like Mindhunters season 1 and 2 was so well written. I don't know if they can come back better. Like it was just complete. They got the mood, they got the music, they got the characters right. Like even the side characters, when they let them go, like it's really hard to write off a side character because usually they just like eliminate them. But like they did such a good job of letting people go away instead of just waiting till the last episode and like, okay, that person's dead. Okay, this, like that kind of thing. And it's like, I was just like, that's exactly when you have a good writing show. It's hard to come back from that though.
I'll give it to you. That's a great choice, but Ben Phelps would have been my choice. Person of Interest was one of the best written.
Do you just leave your TV on CBS? Is CBS your ESPN? Like, is CBS your ESPN?
CBS. It's got all the great shows for people my age.
I'll turn it on CBS.
Are there any other channels on TV besides ESPN and CBS? That's it. That's all they got. By the way, Castle was ABC.
Yeah.
Castle was
Oh,
ABC.
no, sorry. ABC. Oh my gosh. ABC's. Oh my goodness. Oh my
no. Ben Phelps, I would have voted for you, Ben. So you would have got that. So
yeah.
All right. So the winner you picked was
Nick Shipley.
Shipley from 90-Second Nerd. Congratulations, Nick.
Shipley.
Hey, Nick, I'm gonna expect a video out of this. We need to see him do a 90-second video on this expansion when he gets it, right?
Yeah, this was for Chronicles of Crime, right?
Chronicles of Crime. Hey, that's the one I'm going to cover. Nick, I got you. I got your postage on that one. I will cover the postage.
Lucky Duck is going to take care of that one. Lucky Duck's
okay.
going to send that right to you.
Okay, well, I'll take care of one of the other ones then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
think we got it. Oh man, Jeremy, you always bring the heat. You always bring the games. You know I love having you on the show. How about a hand for Jeremy? He's the one. Tell us a little bit behind the scenes. Where did you get this idea to bring games to all these gamers stuck in their house? Where did it come from?
Man, I just I don't know. I was in my feelings, man. I'm kind of impulsive that way, but I was in my feelings, man. I have a lot, man. I have a lot. I have a job. I got 2 stable jobs in my household, and then I make some income with coverage games, and it's just like there was no bump in the road for me. I got money, right? I got money coming in, and I have to go to work at a hospital, and there's a lot of that work. It's uncertainty. I work for the federal government. My wife works for the state. We have very stable jobs, and almost nothing's changed but the way we have to work. And here I am, with all these extra games sitting around my house, and I'm trying to cut down because I'm buying another Calyx, and I'm thinking to myself, like, there's a lot of people that are not going to have anything coming up. I mean, a lot, and they're going to be hurt, and they're going to be looking to board games to help them, and they can't do it. They can't back any Kickstarters. They had to cancel pledges. I mean, I went through this about 2 years ago with my house and stuff. So it's just like, and you don't know if it's going to be better anytime soon either. So it's just like, what can I do, man? What can I do? So I was going to
reach out to the community and do exactly what you did. And the community, these publishers just responded, right?
Yeah. So that was the big deal. I know, because I'm about to start crying. So I gave it to my friends. I'm really in my feelings about this, but like, I just really wanted to give away what I had. So I was going to do that with my buddies and stuff. And then after I sold some, I was like, I don't want to sell this stuff. Like, I just rather just give it away. And and then I asked some publishers behind me because, of course, I have a lot of contacts. So I was like, I wonder if some people would support this. 50 publishers later, yes. So some of the content creators are sending games on their behalf. We're just really just doing a big community thing. It's not just me. I started the thing, but now it's bigger than me, and I'm kind of the facilitator now, and that's fine. I don't want it to be, this is Jeremy Howard. There's a lot of people helping,
Dude,
and
you could have done this on Man vs. Meeple or on your page, and instead I get this weird message all over Facebook. You're reaching out to content creators. You and we've been buddies for years, but you reached out to all these content creators and said, let me help you, help the community. Dude, you, as Joel Lewis says, you are a legend, man, and I appreciate you.
So I don't see this as a failure at all, because at some point I'm just giving away all stuff. So like, if I run out of money for shipping, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give this stuff away no matter.
No, you got to cover. Jeremy, the Game Geek Ninja is going to cover one of the games. Namefather is going to cover one of the games, and I'm going to cover one of the games. So you don't even have to worry about this.
Oh, thank you so much. That's what I'm saying. We're going to reach out to as many people as possible. I just want to get games in many households as possible. I got games for 2-year-olds all the way up to 99, just as
who we should also thank is the people like Joel Lewis and them out there in healthcare. Joel had to shave that beautiful beard so that he could wear his PPE, PPE, his personal protection. So, hey Joel, we're thinking about you, man, and stay safe down there, down under, and everybody.
Sacrifices, man.
We all got to pitch in.
I might be doing the same duty. I might be right up front screening people at the hospital. I'm a trainer by trade, but I mean, things are just changing. And I work for the federal government. I work at a hospital, and we're going to have to take people off our admin jobs just to help, with the massive things that are coming soon. So it's tough, man. It's going to be real tough for our country, the world. And, like I said, cardboards and cubes and plastic sometimes make people happy, at least for 15 minutes to several hours. So we'll see what we can do about that.
All right, board gamers, that's it for another episode of Gumbo Live. Hey, Jumbo, you always bring in new people every time we have the show, have you on. So I want to thank everybody in the chat crew that's never watched Gumbo Live before. Thank you for coming in every Tuesday night. We have somebody here. How can they best reach you if they want to reach out to you?
Well, I would say there's a couple different ways you can see what I'm doing. Of course, Jeremy Howard is my name. I'm getting a lot of friends requests. I'm not sure if I can handle all that right now, but that's okay. You can just follow the page while I plays games. That way, at least you see me posting where I'm going to be at, and you can also just follow me on Man vs. Meeple. I have stuff that I put up there. I have Kickstarter previews that go up there. I'll have some reviews and some digital covers coming up soon, and I'm working on that. And then we have Solo Sundays on our Facebook page, Man vs. Meeple Facebook page. Come in there, interact in the chat. This month I'll have some things that I'm giving away. Like I said, some big games.
We're gonna be looking for it.
So,
big games.
Because for people who are solo gamers, Final Girl is like huge because people love Hostage Negotiator. But I think, we got a big one coming soon, about 2 weeks.
Can't wait to see that. All right. I also want to thank our friends at Game Toppers LLC. They sponsored the show this year, and it's been great having Berkey on there. Make sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo, and also our YouTube page because it helps us get the word out about all of our guests. Our guest next week is going to be somebody Johnny Pack. He was here last week. We did it. Let's just call it a practice run. We did a practice run, and Johnny Pack's going to be coming back next week. So anybody that missed it last week, yes, Lines of Lydia. We're going to be talking about Lines of Lydia. There's still a little time on the Kickstarter. So, Jeremy, check out that show next week, and we're going to be talking with Johnny Pack.
I did a little playthrough on my page, if you want to look at it, for the Jumbo Live Plays game page. I was just kind of two-handing it, so you can get an idea of how it moved.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it. And that's on your regular Facebook page, right?
Yeah, it's on my regular Facebook page. So, just go to Jumbo Live Plays Games, that main page. Or you guys can join my community. I have a community page. I'm always willing to amp that up. So, yeah.
Yep. Check that out on Facebook. I am BJ from Board Game Gumbo. And until next time, Jeremy, laissez le bon temps rouler.
Yeah, take care, party people.
Dude, that was awesome.
Dude, that was fun, man. As always. What
Oh, what a good show, man. You